Hello, everyone. This is your advisor, Dr. Nicole Origi, and I wanted to provide you with some updates from the Student-Tennessee Education Association that will hopefully help you as you are planning for Maymester, summer term, and also fall of 2020. These updates are coming to you as of April 25th, 2020. The first thing is we want to be very transparent in terms of our operations. So on the screen, you see that as of May 31st, 2020, not 2030, the beginning balance was $454.99. There were no financial transactions that occurred. The monthly bank fee is always at $7, which brings our ending balance at $447.99. Please note that this is unofficial pending the Regent's statement and any other financial reimbursements that may come from the STEA state office. For spring 2020, there has been a lot that's been going on since you probably were last on campus. And one of our roles as the Student-Tennessee Education Association is to make sure that you are kept abreast of things that may be of impact to you. And so that if we as an organization can support you, we're here to do that. One of the things that we want to start off with is the academic grading option. As you see on the screen, that due to the impact of COVID-19, the university will be offering you the option of selecting a pass-fail grade in lieu of the traditional A through F grading system. Now, while that may seem exciting for some of you, one of the things that I encourage you to do now, knowing that by the time you hear this recording, this will be the week of finals, we do encourage you to make sure that you are having a conversation not only with your professors, but also with your academic advisor in terms of what this means for you. As you see from the second bullet, if you choose a pass or fail grade, you may not decide later to change back to a letter grade. So let's just say, for example, in Foundations of Education, you are getting a C. And you say, you know what, I decided I want to take a pass, fail, so I'm going to get a P on my transcript. You can't decide later in the fall or your senior year, hey, I want to go back and get that C on my transcript. So again, this is an issue that we want to make sure that you have enough time to research, look at each class individually, and determine what is the best for you. Please recognize that every student on campus is different, and we wanted to make sure that you were not penalized academically if there were circumstances that prohibited you from demonstrating your normal excellence in a class. So again, if you're an honors student, you're on financial aid, you're applying for scholarships, you may be applying for grad school, and you're saying, how would this pass-fail maybe impact my GPA? What would this look like in terms of my transcript? Find out what this means for you. Maybe you're getting VA benefits and you can't have a pass-fail option on your for your class. Do your own research. What you may find is that it may be feasible or more plausible for you to take an I or an incomplete grade in a class than it is to take the pass-fail. But again, please know it's your choice. Do your own research. Have the conversation with your advisor or and the individual professors that you may have to find out what you want to do for each individual course. Additional information will be provided via university's communications. However, I wanted to just bring this to your attention so that you can be preemptive and start deciding what you want to do. So when you have to make that decision, you know what choices you want to make in advance. Next, you may have already seen via university communications that the spring commencement ceremony has been postponed until Saturday, August 1st of 2020. More information will be provided once logistics have been determined. Again, a lot of activities on campus, induction ceremonies have been postponed or held virtually due to the stay-at-home orders and also thinking about your safety in light of COVID-19. Please know that STEA has already acquired your senior gifts. So hopefully if we have these commencement ceremony on campus, you will be receiving a communication from me in terms of how to get your senior gifts because we definitely want to make sure that you are honored and acknowledged for the work that you have done while you have been a candidate at Tennessee State University. If you are interested in purchasing senior stoles, Those are on sale for $25 and the link is provided for you. Please allow 10 business days for receipt of your stole when making your request. If you're interested, these items will be mailed to your home address. So they don't worry about them going to the university. But again, we do want to make sure that when spring commencement ceremonies are held, that you are ready to be celebrated and honored, not only by the university, your family, but us as officers and advisors of STEA. The University Communications wants you to know that Maymester support is available. And so you should have seen a flyer via University Communications that talks about registration for Maymester and also scholarship opportunities if you are eligible for those resources. So please make sure if you to look at the information on your screen if by chance you have not received this information to your MyTSU account. The Office of Teacher Education Student Services is delighted to say that we are waiving the Praxis score requirement for admissions to the teacher education program. This is for admissions to the teacher education program. Those applications, the deadline has been, for the summer, has been extended to the 30th of June. We know that many of you that were seeking admissions were concerned about should you apply, and the answer is yes. Please apply, get your application in. We will make sure that you are considered for the junior cohort if you meet all of the other requirements. So if you are an undergraduate or a graduate student seeking admissions to the teacher ed program, please, or you're seeking entry into residency 1, please make sure that you are completing the applications. If you're applying for student teaching, all of those things. We recognize that, again, this is unique. These are unique times, and a lot of our candidates are seeking some support with regards to Praxis 1 and meeting those admissions requirements. If by chance you are seeking information regarding Praxis 2 exams, I am going to ask that you contact the teacher education office directly. Their information is on the screen at the email address teachercertification@tennstate.edu. The reason why it's important is because there are different decisions that are being made with regards to Praxis 2 that is different for those that are just seeking admissions to the teacher education program. Obviously, the COVID-19 has impacted our K-12 partners and what they're able to do in terms of hosting student teaching. So I want to make sure that the teacher ed office knows that you're interested in student teaching, that they can provide you with those logistics and any other items that you need to know in terms of what that could possibly look like for the fall semester. The other good thing that is important for you to know is that the teacher ed office will hopefully be hosting some post-COVID-19 just informationals going more into the fall semester, because as we get clarity in terms of what is safe for us to operate normally, how that helps and hinders our K-12 partners, it may make our teacher ed preparatory experiences look different. Remember, your safety is our first priority. We also know that your certification needs are also there. So as we're getting information, we want to make sure that you are getting accurate and reliable information to you in a timely manner. One of the other things before we take the time just to reflect on the school year as a whole is I want to encourage you to keep a lookout as we do transition back into operational society. There are a lot of testing centers that will be opening back up. So I do know that Western Kentucky University is starting to offer Praxis exams. If there are practice or testing areas or testing centers in your areas that are opening up, I would still encourage you to still register for those tests. This way, you're still ahead of the game. You're still honoring your certification and licensure requirements. And that way, you're not putting more on your plate for the fall semester. So I know that at this time, the state of Georgia is opening up some businesses. And I know that by May 1st, there will be areas and services in Tennessee and other states that will be reducing some of the restrictions around safer at home and operational policies. So please just kind of keep your eyes and ears open so that as testing centers do open up, that you can avail yourself in the safest and most appropriate manner for you and your family to still take those exams, so that while you have the extension, you are still maybe coming back with your requirements and things completed ahead of the game and not having more on your plate for the fall semester. Overall, everyone, we recognize that this has been a really unique and arduous time in terms of adjusting to the quarantine, trying to make sure that we are safe, that we are not academically sane, financially sane, and physically sane. We want to know that we appreciate you. We appreciate your dedication and your support of STEA as your local chapter. We also know that we want to be of service for you. So if you have any needs, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, please know that the 2020-2021 officers are ready to work and to provide services, resources, workshops to make sure that you are on target, on task, and competent and confident that we are going to make it through and stay the excellent campus of Tennessee State University. There will be updates that will be provided throughout the summer. The great thing about technology is even though we are not near, we still can stay in contact. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything, but also know that we are here for you, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully back on campus for another new and refreshing fall 2020 academic year. Be well, everyone, and stay safe.